Welcome back to Slap Looped.
We created a card game, and it is called Slap. What's our objective in Slap, Wes?
Our objective in Slap is to complete a full stack from king to ace, much like in Solitaire. However, unlike Solitaire, you can put an 8 on top of a 9 if they're the same color or if they're different colors.
Mm-hmm. You complete your objective by collecting cards from the 2 center piles and arranging them into your 4 card slots. At the beginning of each game, you start with 4 cards, 1 for each slot, but you can organize them into anything that is stackable. So I'd move my 8 onto my 9, and Wes would move his 6 onto his 7.
Thus freeing up 1 free slot in each of our, I guess you'd call them hands.
Hands, yeah. Sure. You can put anything you want to in this slot. Does not have to be a king. Just make sure it's actually useful because it's your only open slot.
Yes. And we're going to start the first turn by flipping a card into the center pile.
From here, you will slap a card to claim it, and then move it into your hand. In order to claim it, like we said, you have to either have an open slot like I did, or a higher card.
So, in each of our cases, that works because we can take it into our open slot. However, let's see if there's another example coming up.
Okay, let me first...
Oh yes, and if you bring something down, definitely
you can
try to free up the slot.
Yeah. Next.
Flip.
Could claim that queen, put it on my king.
However, I was going to mention, if you didn't have a free slot, you couldn't bring this down unless you had
Unless you had the king.
So.
Yeah. Now, I could also theoretically want this 3. I don't, but I could. If that were the case, I wouldn't be able to just slap both of them to claim both of them, or go like this and claim both of them. You have to slap it, bring it into your hand, and then slap the next card. We'll demonstrate that a little bit more later.
And kind of like here, I want both of these. I can't do this, and I can't do this, and then take them both. I need to take an 8, which then gives her a chance to take that 7 because she wants that. But that's okay because I have a 7 here, so I can just take that and consolidate this, which at this point, this is starting to get a little bit long, so I'm actually going to condense this a little bit and show the highest card I have in that stack and then the lowest card in that stack.
Yeah.
This is more of a personal preference thing. If you want to show all of it, that's helpful too for you, but...
For us, it just saves space on the table, and as long as you have the highest and lowest one in the stack, we can pretty much assume you have all of the numbers in between.
All right.
Next.
I want this king. The king through ace, you have to start with king. So I'm going to take that as long as I have a free slot. Okay.
Next. Take this.
I can't do anything with that. Next. Nothing there. It helps to shuffle this really well. And then I guess you could do that. Yeah, well.
So now is where kind of some strategy comes into the game. I need a 6, a 5, a 2, and an ace. He needs a lot more than that. So his objective is A, to get himself king through ace, but also B, to keep me from getting the couple of cards I need.
So yeah, you can play it like that if you want, or you can play it strictly just on your own, like you're trying to complete your thing against someone else. Mm-hmm. So there are a couple of different ways you can play this. I mean, yeah. I mean, here's something I could try if I was... Actually, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? This makes sense because I can take both of these and then consolidate all of this. So now I'm a little bit closer to where I want to be. Mm-hmm. Whereas before, I could have just said, well, it's not really right. I could take those, but I want this free slot. Now I have a free slot still. Mm-hmm. And slap.
Another thing to point out, I'm actually going to take this so he can't have it. Another thing to point out is that you want to make sure you're flipping these cards fairly. So you're both going to do it simultaneously. And you're going to do it so that you can't see the card coming out before it comes out. So I shouldn't look at it as I'm turning it. I should wait until it goes down. And also, try not to hover your hand above it.
Yeah, because you can block them from seeing the pile in the middle, or you can make it impossible for them to slap it. or really difficult anyway. So a couple of different ways you might want to consider flipping these cards is like this, or perhaps from the outside in. For me, I like to just get my hand out of there as soon as it flips. Obviously, you don't want to be sloppy and that's kind of annoying. Something I'm keeping in mind, I remember there were a few aces that came out. I remembered 2 of them coming out, but say I remembered all 3 were. I have one here, so she can't actually complete her, stack until the end of the round. Yeah. But we have something for that. Okay, so in this
point, neither one of us is able to win, but we've exhausted our 2 decks. So at this point, you're going to shuffle them and start again.
And I think I think it makes more sense to shuffle them together so that you don't know. Well, I had 2 in mine, or he had 2 in his, and I had 1 in mine. So, you kind of have a bias to which pile you're going to go to. Mm-hmm. And so,
oh!
Yes, I win. Ha.
Yeah, so at this point, he slapped his, so he wins. But if he had forgotten to do that, technically we're still going.
Here's one scenario that could have shown up. Essentially, she has 1 stack that's almost complete and she needs an ace. I have 1 stack that's almost complete and I need a 3. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip. Well, let me try that again. Let me grab 1 card. All right. So we're going to flip.
Both cards came out, so
we're going to take them and we're going to try to rush to get there. She obviously had fewer steps, so she was quicker at it. So she slapped before I could slap mine.
Which means I won, but we both have a completed stack.
Yeah. And so. I guess, honestly, if you're playing with Segway, more than 2 people...
Yes, because you...
How do we go about that, actually?
So you can...
One person wins,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only one person wins, and it's the first person to hit the stack. You can play with up to 4 people in this game. I think any more than that would get a little too complicated. Feel free to try it.
You can incorporate multiple decks if you need to.
Yeah.
We'll go over what it might possibly look like if you were to play with 3 and with 4 people.
How you deal out the game is everybody is going to get 4 cards.
For 2 people, this is what it would look like.
Yeah.
And then when we get to a point, honestly, you could count them out from here.
But you don't need to. We rarely ever do. You just split the deck into however many people are sitting at the table, and everybody gets a deck to pull from.
So for 2 people, this is what it looks like. You would just sort your cards from there as how it looks in the beginning of the video. For, obviously, shuffle really well in between because this is kind of an organizing card game. Mm-hmm. However you want to shuffle, however works. So for 3 people, let's say we have, let's say we'll deal you in as the viewer. We would deal clockwise, starting left of the dealer, and take turns. Once you finish a round, it goes to the person to your left or across from you if you're playing with 2. So then from here, it might actually make more sense to count them out. Once someone runs out of cards, just take all the cards in the piles and the remaining decks and shuffle them together and start anew.
Yeah.
That way you don't really need to keep count of how many cards are out. We've found the easiest way to do this, the way that makes the most sense, is to flip the cards so that they're in line with the rest of them. Because you can read your opponent's hand in order to tell what they need or what they need, and yourself, obviously. And if the cards come out like this, it's easier to read, as opposed to this, where you have to kind of do a bit more spatial interpretation. Mm-hmm. So that is how you would set up for 3 people. Yeah. I would flip from my card pile this way, this person, or you would flip yours that way, and then she would do it like that. Due
to quarantine circumstances, we haven't been able to play test more than 2 people. Yeah. So there might be some hiccups in here that need sorting, but I strongly encourage you to play this and let us know what you find out.
I'm going to count it out, but honestly, you could just take however many cards are there and split it in half and split it in quarters. So this is how it would possibly look for 4 people. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, if you play with 4, we haven't play tested it like she said, but it's possible that you're going to be tripping over everyone. So if you get into a kerfuffle with someone, I don't know, just duke it out with fisticuffs or something. I don't know.
Well, actually, on that note, we should talk about what you do if you both hit a card at the same time. One person's hand could potentially be on the bottom. In that case, clearly they get the card. But if you both hit it, like on a corner, and it's not obvious who hit it first, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors or something. You could each draw a random card from your deck, and whoever has the higher card gets it.
And then you'd have to shuffle it in. That way, honestly, it kind of gives a bit of interest to it, because then you know, oh, this person has that card, so I have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Let us know how that goes if you get around to playing with 4 people.
So now I guess we'll just play through at full speed, 1 full game, so you can see that.
Okay. Of course. Of course. Ready?
Ready, go.
Come on. What is this? Listen, you cut it. I can't do anything. It's so odd.
Okay.
Any day now there, bud. Oh, I can't even take it. Ah!
Wait, no, I can't use that.
Oh, wait, that goes on there. That goes on there. Okay, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down there, Skippy. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, boy. Let me take that.
You can have that. I'll allow it. You
But
can have
there was something else I wanted. I don't remember. Oh, it was a jack. So I probably shouldn't have taken that guy out of here. See, I got it first. That's where the slapping comes in handy. Wait, hold on. What are you doing? I ain't done yet. Okay, well, you saw what that was. Yeah, okay, of course. Of course! Fucking cheater.
I thought you were ready.
In that case, I think you should shuffle it in, like if you saw what it was.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna take it so that I can.
Well, shoot! I could have taken an ace, actually. Make you nervous? I will take that. Thank you very much. Get out of here. Well, how do we want to do this? Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I conditioned you. You thought it was going to be something different. Ready? That's leva. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just take that and put that there. It's leva. Okay.
Hey, you're getting a little wild over here, bud.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Ready? That's leva. Oh, why? Why do you have to do this to me? Slap. Yes.
Ah! Yay!
Okay.
All I needed was a king.
Let's see. King, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Winner! So that is how you play slap. Mm-hmm. And send us videos or
Yeah.
post your own videos and share them with us, via, YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, we'd love to see you guys play this game and hear your thoughts. So please share it with us.
We'll see ya.
Bye. Don't know what I did with my hands there.
Bye.